YouTube. What's going on? What's going on? I put my charger on here. What's going on? What's going on, YouTube? Appreciate y'all watching my videos. What's going on? I really don't have nothing to really talk about. Just, let's see. It's Friday, so I thought I'd give y'all an update. Let y'all know what's going on. New house. What's going on? Hey, new house, man. I was looking at the weather. I was looking at some lows to come up there in the Northeast, man. No, thank you. No, thank you. You can have that. You can have that, man. I was looking at lows to go up there, and then I was looking at the weather. I was like, man, all that snow y'all got, man, y'all can have that. But that's trucking, man. I want to get out there to the Midwest, you know. I'm gonna wait for it. I'm gonna wait for it to warm up a little bit. Maybe April, end of March, April. Then I make it out to the Midwest and try to get some of those loads. You know. Put videos and pickups on Facebook. Yeah, man, I be trying, but it's just I be trying to, you know, I just be busy trying to put money on the truck, you know. You know. Like when I was at Travel Loco, I was already busy. And on a day-to-day basis, I have to, like, I have all this stuff to do. And, you know, it don't bother me. It don't bother me because I know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Milkman, what's going on, Milkman? Fuck you too, Milkman. What's going on, Milkman? See, I know a lot of y'all want me to block trolls and whatnot, but I don't block people. It's very rare that I block people. And I don't block people because, you know, when everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know what I mean? And everybody's entitled to their opinion. And everybody's entitled to their First Amendment. So everybody's entitled to how they feel and whatnot. But there's certain things I won't tolerate. You know what I mean? I won't tolerate name calling and stuff like that. But like with Milkman, I don't block him because I don't block him because it goes to show how silly people can be for attention. It shows you how sick people can be. You know, there's just some sick people out here, man. Like people just, and I'm not perfect either. You know, I probably can go and see a psychologist, you know, or psychiatrist. You know, I'm not perfect. I got issues too, but you know, when y'all come on here and see a troll acting crazy, you know, hey, I just let them make themselves look crazy, you know. Whatever. But yeah, like I was saying, I forgot what I was talking about. Milkman said my life. What I was talking about. Milkman, let's see. New House said I was put videos on Facebook. But yeah, I'm trying to get out there to the Midwest and, you know, and get some of those lows, but eventually, you know, I get out there. But let's see what y'all talking about. Gotta avoid South Georgia and Florida. South Georgia and Florida. South Georgia and Florida ain't too bad. You just got to know where to run, you know. Now, you won't get the best rates in the world, but like South Georgia and Florida, you got to know how to run them areas. Because it's guys that are running those areas, but you just got to know how to run them, you know. Like running in Florida and Georgia, like I've done 1,000 a day running Jacksonville and Tifton and Macon and Savannah, and I've done 1,000 a day running through there. You just got to know how to run the area, you know. Sometimes you can run 2 short roads that pay $500 a piece, you know, stuff like that. I mean, you know, but like I was saying, what I was talking about. Yeah, so like on a day-to-day basis, you know, when I was at Travel Loco, you know, when you book your own loads, like I like to you just get real busy. So yeah, I can have my dispatcher, you know, give me a load and whatnot. But now that I got my own authority, it's just all these things you got to do on a day-to-day basis. So like I gotta call up some brokers, put a load on the truck. Okay. I gotta fill out carrier packages. Okay. I got to keep up with my bills. I got to keep up with invoices, making sure brokers are paying me, you know, making sure the payments coming on time. Like I did a C.H. Robertson load and I submitted the bills to get paid. It was like 3 or 4 days before I figured out that the bills got lost somewhere. So I had to resubmit the bills. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's just a funny situation. So I had to resubmit the bills, and I finally got paid for that load the other day. So I mean, yeah, it's more work, but see, you know, a lot of guys, you know, like I was watching a few guys' videos. It's a handful of guys, they trying to compare getting your own authority versus like being leased on and stuff like that. But it, like, see, you guys gotta understand, like, a lot of guys like to look at, okay, this week, like to look at, okay, what I'm making this week. You cannot compare getting your own authority versus being leased on. You can't compare it. Getting your own authority will always trump leasing on. Okay, long term. Now, if you compare this week, a guy that's probably leased on probably is making more money than me. Probably. I'm thinking, like, if we ran the same exact loads, doing the same exact situation, gross the same revenue, I don't know if you know, that could be that I don't know if, like, I don't know if we'll be on the same page, because, you know, I bump into guys, they be like, man, I want to get my own authority, but I'm just gonna stay leased on. Okay. Hold on, that's my alarm clock. Hold on. Turn my alarm off. Yeah, but I want to be leased on, but see, everybody got some excuse. It's just like you don't have to prove nothing to me. I ain't trying to prove nothing to nobody. I got my own authority because I wanted to get my own authority. That's just because that's what I wanted to do. If you don't want to get your own authority, don't do it. Don't. But that's just my opinion. You know, I went and got a trailer, and that's what I wanted to do. I mean, 1,000 guys gonna hit me up and be like, "Hey, man, you should have got a used trailer. You should have bought a truck here and there." But you forgetting the point. You forgetting the point, and like the point go all over y'all head. A lot of y'all, and it's just like I get messages from guys. They be like, "Oh, you should have got a used trailer, or you should have went to this dealer and got a truck. Why you got that lease truck?" And dude, it's like, man, it don't matter, man. Like, get a fucking truck. Like that, you know. Like, stop like nitpicking. You know what I mean, about all this stuff, man. Just go get a truck. You know, because you know you can't tell me a year from now, 2 years from now, you know, that it's not a good idea to get your own authority. You know what I mean? You just can't, you know, because once you have built your company to a certain level, built your authority to a certain level, you can always count on being able to just go out there and make some money. And you don't have to ask nobody for nothing. You know what I mean? You can always just get your truck and trailer, lease your truck on to your own authority, and just go make some money. And you will get all the money all the time. You go leasing on to somebody, you got to answer to somebody, right? You go leasing on the Traveloco, you go leasing on to Landstar, or you go leasing on to Snyder, and you always gotta answer. You gotta answer to somebody, right? I mean, let's take Snyder for example. Like, what do you got to do to get hired on at Snyder? You got to go through all this BS. It's just all this BS you got to do. You got to go through orientation. You got to go through this. You got to take this training class. You get your own authority, you don't got to do that. Long as your truck is legal and fit to go down the road, and you got some insurance on your authority, you can make money all day long, you know? And so, you know, when we talking about, like, a lot of guys want to compare getting their own authority to leasing on and stuff. I know I got videos talking about leasing on and getting your authority, but it may seem like I'm contradicting myself, but my whole point of having those videos like that, I contradict myself all the time for y'all's sake. I do it for y'all. I know what I want to do, but I do it for y'all. Just because I make a video making a point about something, that don't mean that I believe in it. I'm just doing it for y'all. It's to bring dialogue to the situation. So like I'll make a video talking about leasing the truck. Okay, then I'll make a video about going to a dealer and getting the truck. Then I'll make a video talking about buying a truck through a private sale, you know? And that's not like because I believe in it. I just make the video for y'all to bring dialogue, because a lot of guys don't do research. They don't. I don't know if they're capable of doing research. I don't know if guys are just incompetent or they just don't know how to use Google. I don't know what it is, but and I think sometimes guys just need that dialogue just to get things started. Like, I get emails from guys all the time talking about, "Hey man, I appreciate you making them videos, man. I went and bought a truck by watching your videos." You know what I mean? And like, that's good, because it's like, sometimes you need that jump start, that insight to get you going. So, like, you can go through my whole catalog of videos. I got videos talking about all kind of subjects all over the place. Getting your authority. The pros and cons of getting your authority. Okay. The pros and cons of leasing on. Pros and cons of going to Snyder. You know, I got a bunch of videos advocating Snyder. I still advocate Snyder. Don't mistake it. You know, I still advocate going to Snyder. But, you know, I don't think going to Snyder is a long-term investment. I don't think Snyder is a long-term decision. So, you know, y'all gotta excuse me. I'm watching this traffic over here. I'm at this Lowe's distribution center out here. But yeah, so like, you know, it's like I do these videos to help y'all, man. I don't mean that I don't mean to bring no malice to nobody. I don't mean no harm. My point is to help y'all bring some context and some thought to the situation. Because you know, a lot of guys, they just see a situation and just jump into it. Don't even think about it. Oh man, I want to get a truck, and just run out there and get a truck. You know, it's like, hold on, man, hold on. Just take your time and go to some dealers and walk around. Just go to a truck dealer and just walk around. Don't even intend on buying nothing. Just walk around. You know, get a credit application. Talk to the finance manager and ask them what kind of credit do you need. You know, how much money you gonna need down and stuff like that. You know, don't intend buying a truck. Just go in there and just see. You know, go to a trailer dealer. You know, get the sales manager's phone number. You know, and ask him the same questions. You know, how much money I'm gonna need down, what kind of credit I'm gonna need, da 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 da. What banks do you guys work with? Okay. So, you know, I do this for y'all. You know, I know a lot of my videos that they come off like I'm contradicting myself or something like that. No, man, that's not what I'm doing, man. I do it to bring context and dialogue to the situation. It's content. It's content. I'm making a video. Just making a video. So like I know lately I've been making videos talking about getting your authority. Now, when I make a video talking about getting your authority, I know everybody can't come out here and get your authority. I know that. It ain't for everybody. So, you know, for some guys, they want to be a company driver. Okay, I got videos talking about being a company driver. You know, I know some guys, you know, they want to go to Landstar, Roadrunner, Snyder. You know, I talk about being leased on. There's nothing wrong with that. And now I'm talking about getting your authority. And, you know, I figure, you know, I give back to the business, and I got all this stuff on my channel, talking about all kind of stuff on my channel. So to me, I'm thinking, okay, it'll help somebody, you know, this guy who just got out of truck driving school, and he just got out of truck driving school, and he just got out of, I'm sorry, I'm repeating myself. He just got out of truck driving school and he don't know what to do. So, and for that guy who just got out of truck driving school, he may not even see how far he can go in trucking. You know? And I knew when I got out of truck driving school, I wasn't even thinking about getting my authority. I was just trying to get a job so I can make some money and pay my bills. That's just what all I was trying to do. That's all I was trying to do. You know? You know, I was married at the time, and I was just trying to put some money in my pocket and take care of my family. That's all I was trying to do, man. But I'm at this point now where I'm like, okay, I want more. So, and see, like guys who just get their CDL, man, and guys who just getting their CDL, they may not even see the forest through the trees. They may not even see authority. But the stuff that I got on my videos, I'm talking about company driver, being leased on, getting your authority. That driver who just got a CDL, went through truck driving school, he's a company driver. I mean, in 6 months, a year, it may inspire that person to build a fleet. You never know. And I think about it all the time. It's like, man, I look at how many subscribers I got. I look at how many views I got on the video. I'm like, man, that's a lot of people. A lot of people watching me, man. Wow. I get 1,000 views on the video. But like, wow, I got 1,000 views. That's 1,000 people watching me, man. I'm like, man, I'm just thinking, if I'm standing in a room, if I'm in a room of 1,000 people, I just spoke to 1,000 people. And I'm like, I inspired. If 1,000 people watching me, 500 people watching me, I'm like, okay, somebody out of that 1,000, somebody out of that 500, I inspired somebody. So, and that's the point of my videos, you know. That's the point. I just want to touch somebody, because I know, I wish I had me when I got into truck driving school, when I came out of truck driving school, because I would have had my authority long time ago. I would have had my authority long time ago, man. It's, woo, wow, man. Because I felt like I wasted so much doggone time. I mean, like, I'm so pissed off at myself. Man, I'm so pissed off at myself. Sometimes I look in the mirror, I be like, man, why did it take you so long? It pisses me off. Because I'm looking at the money that I'm making and the money that I could be making. I would have had about a fleet of 10 trucks by now. And it pisses me off. You know, and like I said, when I came out of truck driving school and got my first job, I wasn't even thinking about authority. I wasn't even thinking about leasing on and trucks. And I was just looking for a job. That's it. I was just looking for a job to make enough money to pay the mortgage and the car note. That's all I wanted. I wasn't even thinking about, okay, the vision. Just think about the legacy and the vision. You know, I wasn't even thinking about, okay, fleets, rental properties and stuff, and mutual funds. I wasn't even thinking like that. You know, like I had a 401k from various jobs that I rolled over from each job that I had. But, you know, I figure I have some money by the time I retire. But now I'm like, I'm thinking about that stuff wholeheartedly, because I'm like, okay, I'm 35 years old, and I'm like, man, you gotta make your mind up, because you only get one chance. You only get one chance at this. You turn around and be 45, 50 years old, you can't have no regrets. You can't go in this having some regrets. Oh man, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda. You know, you can't. You know, you only get one chance at this, so you better make up your mind. But yeah, man, so that's why I make my videos, man. That's just the bottom line. So, I mean, because I get comments from guys, we go back and forth on stupid stuff. Stupid. It's just like, oh, what? It don't make no sense to get your authority. Oh, why you got a new trailer? Why you leasing the Snyder Finance truck? Why you shoulda, coulda, woulda, houlda. It's like, why you worrying about that little small stuff? Like, don't you know, like, trailers can be paid off? Trailers can be paid off, right? Like, it's like guys be scared of getting a payment as if you just gonna be making a payment for the rest of your life. Like you can't pay off a trailer. Like, oh yeah, it take 20 years to pay a trailer off, right? Like, come on, man. Y'all a trip. Oh, it take 20 years to pay a truck off. Like, I got like 10, 11 months left on this truck, man. I re-signed the lease last month, and Snyder Finance sent me the amortization table of the lease, and like, this truck gonna be paid for next year, man. I got $40,000 left. I mean, I'm looking at the money that I'm making. The difference between Travel Loco, I can throw an extra $2,000 a month at the doggone thing. I can have it paid off by the end of the summer. You know, $40,000. Shoot. I can throw an extra $500 a week at this truck. You know? And like, guys just, they get caught up in the wrong stuff. I'm like, man, what are you talking about? Go get your authority. Build a company. You go get your authority. They can't take that away from you, man. You go get your authority. They can't take that away from you. Now that the DOT can, but they can't take away the time that it took to build that authority. Long as you take care of it, make sure your insurance is paid. Make sure your paperwork is current and up to date. They can't take that away from you. Like, I was talking to my boy yesterday. He was just telling me, man. He was just like, man, I'm coming up on a year with my authority. I'm like, yes. You know what I mean? He's coming up on a year with his authority. Like Jeffrey L. It's a handful of guys they got their authority, man. My hats, I salute y'all, man. I salute y'all. You make it through your first year in business, man. Like, I salute you. You made it, you know? And that's what I'm talking about. You understand, when you go get your authority, it's like a mutual fund. You understand that? Like, I don't know if y'all understand, but you got to treat getting your authority like a mutual fund. You go get your authority, you can always lease on some trucks and make some money. You can drive your own truck. You can hire people. It's a mutual fund. It's just, authority is just, I don't know the word, but it's like y'all don't get it. Y'all do not get it. And like, a lot of guys like to complain about, oh, you shouldn't get your, you don't know what you're talking about, man. Getting your authority is too damn cheap for you to not get your authority. It costs you $400, maybe $350 if you include the authority application, your UCR, and your BOC3. So you probably looking at about $400 all in for getting your authority. Now that doesn't include your insurance. Then you're probably looking at maybe another $1,000 down for getting your insurance. So you're probably looking at total for the actual authority to be active, $1,500. When you spend that money and then turn around and make that money back, authority is a mutual fund, man. It's a mutual fund. Because it's not that hard to call up a broker and run a load. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to fill out a carrier packet. It's not that hard to get a KYU. It's not that hard to get your IFTA stickers. It's not that hard to do your IFTA. It's not that hard to get your permit book. It's not that hard. It's not that hard, man. To get a drug consortium, to get your cab card, like I'm flipping through here. Like, it's not that hard to get your 2290. It's not that hard. You paying for it anyway. I'm looking through my permit book, man. Like, I'm like, man, it's not that hard, man. It's laughable. And like, these big mega companies make you believe that getting your authority is just so hard. It's so hard. It ain't. It ain't. Maybe to other people, if you don't do this every day, it may be a lot of work and it may be hard. But to me, it's worth it because it's a mutual fund. In a year's time, 2 years' time, you're going to have a business. You're going to have a company. Man, it's like, I don't have to ask nobody for nothing. I call up brokers and say, hey man, I'm looking for a load. Oh, we paying about $1,000 on it. Nah, I don't want that. And hang up and call up the next broker. And then on top of that, when you apply for your authority, you got all these people calling you. You got factoring companies calling you, brokers calling you, banks calling you. Oh, it's like, hold on. I'm trying to see if this guy backing in this spot. I like the name of this dude company right here. I'm going to show you this dude truck right here. Hold on, y'all. See that dude truck right now? Drake Enterprises. I like his name. Drake Enterprises. Oh man, that's funny. Hold on. Let me fix y'all. Gotta put y'all back where y'all was. But yeah, man, so 30 minutes of me rambling on. Let's see. Hey, Miss Pearl, how you doing? Let me see. So if you're using your trailer instead of the company trailer, are you seeing an increase in your share of the load? I'm going to talk about that. I already talked about that in other videos. I'm glad you here now for the share of wisdom. I don't want to say it's wisdom. I think it's just common sense. Like everybody has got common sense, but they ignore it. Like a lot of people ignore the common sense. You know that little voice in the back of your mind telling you whether you should do something or not? You know what I mean? And like people, everybody's got that voice, but they ignore that voice, and like Dave, any of y'all watch Dave Ramsey? I listen to Dave Ramsey. I love Dave Ramsey. He, like, besides like the money and stuff like that, he's some kind of he's like a Dr. Phil. You know what I mean? Like he brings the common sense to the table. So it's just like, okay, you know how like somebody go buy something that they can't afford, right? And they'll call in Dave Ramsey trying to rationalize that, oh, they should do something. It's just like, you shouldn't do that, but you go do it anyway. It's just people ignore the common sense. Don't do that. It's like this car costs $50,000, but you only make $40,000 a year. You can't afford the car, but you can't afford the car. But, see what I'm saying? You ignoring the common sense. Common sense says if you make $40,000 a year, get a $5,000 car and shut up. But see, and that's the thing. It's not wisdom. It's just common sense. It's just like, and I think a lot of people, they just don't know how to like use their common sense. I mean, I don't know. So it's like, okay, like, I got a bunch of videos with my trailer and this truck and stuff like that. And like a lot of it, it's just me using my common sense. I get a pen and pad and I start writing numbers down. Okay. And I write stuff down. And when the numbers start making sense, I can't ignore that. Common sense. I can't ignore it. I can't, you know? So it's like, it is what it is. It's like if I went to the trailer dealer and applied for the trailer, I didn't put no money down. I called up, the trailer dealer called me and said, hey, man, you got to prove, man. I was like, what? How much? Oh, no money down. $650 a month. What? Deal. Because I was expecting to put maybe $5,000 down. I didn't put no money down. Now, when you're talking about business and, when you're dealing with cash flow in a business, it doesn't make no sense for me to put $5,000 down and pay the truck payment. Don't make sense. I can go buy a trailer for like $10,000. I can go buy a trailer. I mean, I'm 6 months into this trailer. I don't even think I spent $5,000. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to decide, okay, I got the trailer and at the end of August, September. The first payment wouldn't due for like 45 days. So, but for the sake of this video, let's see, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay, let's see, 7 months. 7 times 650. In the last 7 months, I've paid out into the trailer $4,500. When you talk about cash flow, you can't tell me that makes sense. I know a lot of guys gonna tell me, oh, you should have bought a trailer for $10,000, $15,000. But look, I didn't even for the last 7 months, I ain't spent $4,500 on the trailer. And I think I bought a tire. Yeah, I bought a tire. And I did a video about that. So $4,500 plus the $300 on the tire, I've got $4,800 invested in that trailer. And you're gonna have, and see, I'm gonna get in the back and forth with somebody. They're gonna tell me, oh, you should have went and got a trailer. And it's like, dude, like, okay, now let's factor in the interest, because there is some interest on there. For the last 7 months, the interest rate is 8%. Let's see, 8%, 30,000 times 8%. And it's a 5-year note, 2,400 times 5. Let's see, I'm paying about $12,000 in interest if I was to pay the trailer off for the whole duration of the loan. So $12,000 divided by 60 months, I'm paying about $200 a month in interest. Roundabout, maybe about 180 or so. 180 or so. So let's do 650. No, I'm gonna do 200 times 7. So far I've paid $1,400 in interest. 1,400 plus the 4,800. So far I've paid $6,200 into that trailer. If you was to calculate all the money that I put into the trailer, $6,200. To me, that makes sense. To a lot of people, that may not make sense. You know? Wait a minute. I'm double charging. Because the $650 a month already includes the interest. Okay. I messed that up. So it's really $650. Yeah, so I probably got about $4,800 invested in that trailer. I bought some straps. I think I got a trailer wash. I mean, to me, that makes sense. You know, when you're talking about capital for a business, when you're dealing with capital for a business, okay, you're making money, okay, with the trailer. I really can't say how much more money I've made because of the trailer. Because I did a video about this already. Because it's an investment. Like I'm trying to tell y'all, your authority, your equipment, it's a mutual fund. You're not going to see the money for a good while. You're not going to see the money that you made. You're not going to make your money back until maybe the third or fourth year. That's typical return on investment. You know, that's typical time on a return on investment. If it's more than 3 years, you need to leave it alone. Let me see who's sending me emails. All right, so the return on investment is you looking at about 3 years, but what we're talking about here is cash flow. Okay, you know, what we talking about here is cash flow. So like if you go to a carrier like Traveloco and they give you an option of getting your own trailer, you need to get your own trailer, because if you lease their trailer, they're gonna charge you $1,000 a month. $1,000, $1,100, $1,200 a month. I mean, you can go on and on. If you get a reefer trailer, you're looking at $1,100, $1,200 a month. So, when I went over to Traveloco, it made sense for me to get my own trailer because I knew it's just a long-term investment, you know. And before I really see like the benefits, is you looking at maybe a good 2 years or so before you start really 2 to 3 years of getting your money back out of that investment. Just like a rental property, just like, you know, a lot of investments, getting your own authority, because there's some upfront costs involved. You got to spend money up front, you know. And like a lot of guys, you know, they want to get in the back and forth about it. And yeah, if you thinking short term, yeah, it ain't worth it. But if you looking 10 years out, I mean, the best thing you could have did is get your own authority. I mean, shoot, my first month, I'm thinking my first couple weeks, I'm like, man, like, I'm already ahead because I don't have to give nobody my money, you know, because like, let me get my book here and go through my loads. Go through my loads that I've done so far. Let's see. And this is what I've been keeping my loads up in. It's a planner. This is what I've been keeping my loads in. So, okay, my first load under my authority, I did a load going from Alabama to South Carolina. That load paid $10.50. Let's see. That load paid $10.50. I did another load that paid $1,000. Now, Coyote's quick pay is 3%. So I got $970 of that money. I did another Uber Freight load that was $11. That load was $11.90, basically $1,200. Uber Freight don't charge quick pay, so I got the whole $1,100, $11.90 for that load. That load went from Florida to South Carolina. Walk with me now. Y'all got your calculator? 1190. And then I ran a load from Charlotte to Macon, Georgia. That load was 900. That was an Uber Freight load. Uber Freight don't charge quick pay, so I got all the money for that load. I did a C.H. Robinson load for 1100. C.H. Robinson load for 1100. C.H. Robinson charges 2% quick pay, so I got 1078 for that load. 1078. I did a load for Coyote Logistics. That load was $14.55 with Coyote Logistics. So that load was $14.55. Coyote Logistics charges a 3% quick pay, so I got $14.11 for that load. Let's see. I did another load for 800 for Coyote Logistics. They charged 3% quick pay, so I got $7.76 for that load. And then I did an Uber Freight load for 1300. Uber Freight don't charge quick pay, so I got the whole 1300. 1300 for that load. Let's see. I'm flipping through my pages right here, so I keep track of my loads. See that? February. See that? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I did another load for Uber Freight. That load was 900. Another Coyote Logistics load. Coyote charges 3%, so I got 970 for that load. 970. A Convoy load. I did a Convoy load. That load was $1,000. Convoy don't charge quick pay. It's free, so I get the whole $1,000. I did a Dart load. Dart charges 3.5% quick pay. So what are we talking about? $35. So we're looking at 10. We're looking at 10, 20. We're looking at 10.15. So we're looking at 10.15. 10.15 for that load minus, the quick pay. So I'm looking at 10.15 for that load. So total gross revenue since I had my authority, we're looking at $12,000. $12,000, right? $12,000. And that's from, let me see. That's from February 21st. I ran my last load with Traveloco. It was on that Tuesday, I think. It was on Tuesday. I was gonna do a video of removing Traveloco's DOT number off the truck, but I just wasn't feeling it. See? My first load right there, 21st on my own authority. So since I had my authority on the 21st, we're looking at 20. Let me go back in here. January, February. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've taken the weekend off. Okay, so Saturday I was off. Sunday I was off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in February. Let's see. Okay, let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're talking about 11 days. 11 days. Today is the 8th, right? So 11 days I've done $12,560 in gross revenue. Let's see. 12,000 divided by, that's basically 1,100 a day. I average 1,100 a day. So the $12,560 gross, that includes the quick pay. Now, every load that I ran, not all loads paid quick pay. You know, I ran some Coyote Logistics loads, and I ran a couple C.H. Robinson loads. Those loads had quick pay. They're like $30, $20, you know, quick pay. Now, if I was still at Traveloco and did that same money, okay, 12,560 times, I was getting 12% of the revenue. Traveloco was getting 12%, so I was getting 88%. Times 88%, I would be making $11,052, and I still got to make the truck note. I still got to make the trailer note. I still got to pay insurance. I'm doing all the same stuff. I don't have to pay an ELD fee because my ELD is paid for the whole year. My ELD is paid for. The ELD is $300. It's paid for it. There's no monthly fee for that. My IFTA. The IFTA is free. And I got an account earmarked for like base plates, miscellaneous registration fees. So out of my main checking account, I got a checking account earmarked for miscellaneous registration fees, base plates, if the taxes and stuff like that. So that way I know, okay, I got the money to pay my base plate every year. I got the money to pay for my IFTA every quarter. I got the money to pay for my ELD every year. I got the money to do this. So let me see, 11,000. So minus 12,560. In the last, these numbers is crazy. Just in the last 11 days, I've made $1,500 more dollars than running for Traveloco. And I just ran through the numbers with y'all. You can write them down. Get your calculator. I'm making $1,500 more dollars in just 11 days of running my authority. You can't say it. You can't. That's a lot of fucking money. I'm just gonna tell you. That's just a lot of fucking money. I'm just gonna tell you. I can't. You just can't sit here and act like 1,500 ain't no money. 1,500. If you like, okay, I'm at Traveloco, right? 1,500 for a lot of guys. That's a truck note. 1,500. That's. I mean, you can go through all the lists of what that is. $1,500? $1,500? Just think about it. You stay at Traveloco for a year. That's just 11 days. 11 days. It's like a week and a half. Yeah, today is probably going to be a whole 2 weeks. But, and check this out. I didn't run a whole week. Y'all know I be home every weekend. I be home every weekend. So, I be home every weekend. So, And let me tell you something. This week, I ain't do shit. I ain't do shit this week. I think I may have ran maybe like 1,600 miles this week. Except for this load here. This load here, I ran about 450 miles. But all the loads that I ran all week ran about 300 miles. 250 to 300 miles. I'm saving money on fuel because I'm running shorter loads. And see, the thing is, the reason why I get to run shorter loads, I get to bid better on loads. You know what I mean? Because with Cowdy Logistics, my carrier, my company I have a dedicated account manager. I'm assigned to his board. Okay? So whenever I need to talk to Cowdy Logistics, my phone goes straight to him and he pick up the phone. Now, when I was with Traveloco has got their own account rep, but I could never get that dude on the phone. I can never get him on the phone. So I end up losing a lot of loads because I can't get him on the phone. C.H. Robertson the same way. TQL, Traveloco don't deal with TQL. So we talking about $1,500 in 7 days. No, 11 days. I'm sorry. In 11 days. So if you talking about, okay, being leased on and getting your authority, with all this technology out here, it makes it so easy to run your authority, man. Like, running my authority now compared to being leased on, the only thing that I see that I have to do is when I buy some fuel. And when I have to buy some fuel, I have to input my fuel into my ELD. Now, there's some ELDs out there that does it automatically. You have to find that one. But when I did the research, when I was searching around, I was already vested into the Keep Trucking. I already paid for it, so it's too late. It's a couple of them that keep track of your IFTA, and you just put your fuel card on your ELD, and it automatically keep up with your invoices, how many gallons you bought, how much fuel you bought, and the miles, and it automatically keep up. You would Keep Trucking, you have to input your fuel receipts into every time you get some fuel, and that's like every 2 days or something. So like when I get some fuel, I get the fuel receipt, I pull up to Keep Trucking, and I just put, okay, which state, okay, how many gallons, okay, how much I put in there for fuel, and I hit save and go on down the road. Go on down the road. Oh my God, that's a whole lot of work, running your own authority. Okay, you might have to do a little bit more work. Okay, you might have to call up a broker and check with their accounts payables to make sure that they're invoicing you properly. Yeah, that might be a little bit more work. It might be a little bit more work. I'm trying to think where the work comes in. There we go. A broker calling me now. A broker calling me now. broker calling me. So I'm like, folk talking about, oh, it's not worth it to get your authority. It's so much work. Really? I just showed y'all in 11 days. I could have made more, but I'd be home every weekend. And I just showed y'all, okay, how hard I work. I ain't even worked that hard. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm thinking like, okay, hold on, y'all. I'm watching this guy. Hold on, y'all. I'm watching this guy. He backing up over here. And like y'all know, I be home every weekend. You know, you don't see me all over in California and in all these crazy places. I run right here in the Southeast. You know, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Alabama. This week, I've been running back and forth to South Carolina to Georgia. That's all I've been doing. South Carolina to Georgia. That's all I've been doing. This load here is, I'm in North Carolina right now. But other than that, what are we talking about, man? And that 12,000 don't even include the load I got to pick up today. The load I'm picking up today, that load is paying $1,800 to come back to come back south, to come back to Georgia. It's a light load, 5,000 pounds. The load is going to it's going to Pensacola. That's where it's going. I figure I could have got maybe $2,000 on it. I figure I could have got $2,000 on it, but that's not the point. You're not gonna sit here and tell me being Lee Stone is better than getting you on authority when I just showed y'all I'm ahead $1,500 in 11 days of running. Last week, and I go home every weekend. I go home every weekend. I'm not slaving. I'm going home. This load that I'm picking up today, it's taking me home. I'll be home tomorrow morning. Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to be home. So Monday through Friday, that's how I like to run. You know, that's Monday through Friday. That's when I'm working. So I know a lot of guys be like, oh, you can get your, it's not worth it. Okay. Hey, you keep preaching that bullshit. I just showed you the numbers in 11 days. In 11 days. You go ahead and keep giving your money to the carrier that you leased on. I'm keeping my money. I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. When you got your own authority, it's a lot of responsibility. You out here on your own. You got to be very careful. You got to be very careful because you're putting up a whole lot of risk. You're putting up a lot of risk. You know what I mean? So you're your own carrier. There's no safety department. There's no breakdown. And no, it's you. It's me. So, but yeah, man, it's, you know, let me go through here and see. Let me see. Bruh man say he's so blind he can't talk nor read comments at the same time. Blind bastard. Hey. Blind bastard. Dummy. That's why people don't want it. Nah, it's you don't gotta call nobody a dummy, man, but it's like I'm in a point in my life where, you know, I'm not gonna be a pussy for the rest of my life, man. I'm not gonna live like that. If you want to sit up there and be scared to come out here and do business, hey, you go out, you live your life like that. I'm not gonna live my life like that. So I'm not gonna be a pussy. So that's just where the bottom line is. So if you want to live your life and be a pussy and be scared to do business, you're gonna continue to get what life is giving you because you're scared. You know what I'm saying? Stop being scared and put something in this thing. You know, you got to put into life. It's just like guys won't. It's like I bump into people. They want all this shit in life, but they don't put in anything into it. You got to put something into it. It's like, oh, you want a big house, you want millions of dollars, but you don't want to invest and put your balls on the table. You don't want to put your mouth where the money is, and sit up there and be like, oh, you shouldn't get your authority because this, that, and that. It's like, okay, fine. I'm going to take that risk. You sit over there and be a pussy, and I'm going to take the risk. If I fail, hey, I tried. But, but if I don't fail, see, I'm going to get something out of it either way. I'm going to learn something from it. Either I'm going to get the reward, the cash money, or I'm going to build something from it, or I'm going to fail and learn something from it either way. And my second time around, I'm going to do better. And see, that's the problem. Everybody going around preaching this scared pussy mentality. Stop being a pussy and come out here and do what you need to do. It don't have to be about trucking. You know what I mean? Like my girl was telling me about, we was having this conversation about, I forgot what it was, but it's a word that she used to describe like people putting their best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? And like, you got to put your best foot forward. You can't come out here and be a pussy. Okay? So if you feel like it's a lot of risk and you don't want to get your authority, don't. But me, I'm not going to live my life like that. I'm not living my life like that. I'm not going to be a pussy. So call it what you want to. Call it what you want to. Everybody talking about, oh, this, oh, you can get your authority, you this. Okay, fine, don't. Just like JB Hunt, Snyder, all these companies out here, you didn't think they were scared when they putting their dollars on the table and going out here getting a truck and putting up some risk? You don't think they were scared? I read the story on JB Hunt. I read the story on Snyder. Man, like Walton. I'm sorry, something in my throat. I mean, I read the Walmart story. I read just a handful of these stories, man. Like, it's very inspiring, and all it takes is just putting some balls on the table. Put your balls up and see, and put your money where your mouth is. Because everybody like to talk shit, right? Everybody talk all this shit. Everybody talk all this shit. I want this. I want that. I want a fleet. I want this. But they don't want to do what it takes to get it. What are we talking about then? You just want to talk. That's just what it is. Folk just like to hear themselves talk. That's what it is. They ain't doing shit about it. Oh, I want 10 rental properties. Okay, where's your first one? You ain't even bought your first rental property yet. Oh, I'm scared to get a tenant. No, they might sue me. It's like I done bumped into a whole bunch of people who told me, oh, you don't buy no house. You can't rent. You see all these stories about this and that, somebody getting sued. But you ain't hear all these other stories about people who got $1 million portfolio of rental properties. They don't work. They put all that work in, all the risk that they put in. So don't tell me about this BS about the risk. I know what the risk involved. But if you want to live like a pussy, hey, go live like a pussy. I'm not, okay? So if I fail, I fail. But it is what it is. Like, y'all a trip, man. Because, I'm watching Jeffrey L. Jeffrey L on here? Hey, man, what's going on, Jeff? I salute you, man. I salute you. I'm watching Jeff, man, like he leasing on guys. Like, you not going to tell me there's a lot of risk involved in that. When you got 3, 4, 5, 6 guys running under your authority. Because any of them guys get in an accident, you're done. Hold on. Are they honking at me? I'm ready for her to bring my trailer. But anyway, like you have, like, okay, when you got guys leased on to you and you a small fleet, like anything can happen. So there's a lot of risk involved. Yes, it's a lot of risk. And like, oh, hold on, y'all, I gotta move. Hold on, y'all. I'm waiting for them to bring my trailer. It's almost 8:30. All right. They got these female yard guys out here. There's like 3 of them. This must be a female owned distribution center out here. Yeah, see, Jeffrey L said he's gonna have 7 trucks by April. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but in the beginning, you know, a lot of guys want a whole lot for nothing. And like y'all gotta stop, you know, wanting this. Like how the hell you think you gonna get $1 million without putting in no work? Like where they do that at? Like really? Like I mean, yeah, you can play the lotto, you might get lucky, but you know, like you can't expect a whole lot for nothing, man. Like, you know, that don't exist, man. That don't exist. I mean, you talking about like you got a lot of people who want to get in the NFL. It's only what 200 slots. You got 1 million people that only want 200 slots. You know, you got a better chance of winning the lotto. You know what I mean? And like, there's risk involved. You know, it's just risk. You know, this dude here, bro, man, you a trip. I see the super chat, man. I mean, I can't sit here and like say what I need to say and get my thought across and read these comments. You know, I know a lot of guys, you know, they got superhuman powers. They can do stuff like that. But, hold on. Let me see. All right, bro, man. All right. Bruh man sound like one of them bitter guys who failed in life, you know. He probably got about 20 baby mamas and stuff. And, you know, he could never get ahead, you know. You so busy on my channel talking mess. You take that energy and do something with it, man. Like, y'all a trip. But I ain't gonna block them though. I ain't gonna block them. I just like because when people put themselves out there, it goes to show what people out here are like. People are crazy, man. It's some sick people out here, you know. People are just crazy. Success is measured when you're not behind a steering wheel, sitting at the house. Continuous profit and revenue is deposited into your account monthly. I mean, revenue deposit in my account every 2-3 days. Shoot, every time I do a load, I get some money deposited in my account. And it's crazy, you know. When you're ready for call me. I would help you if you need it, because you have what it takes to be positive thinking and will succeed. Yeah, Jeff, I appreciate it, man. I've been meaning to call you. Let's see, bro. Go away, troll. No, I ain't gonna block him. I'm learning a whole lot from Dean Cole. Thanks. Yeah, cause like I've gotten a couple guys who are kind of skeptical about Dean Cole and stuff like that, but I'm like, it's like, I mean, yeah, you could probably find the information free, but you got to invest some time and money. You got to invest some time and money. You got to invest time and money into things that you want. You know what I mean? It's just like, I mean, it could be anything, you know, if you want like a great marriage, if you want a business, if you want, you know, you want to graduate from college, or you want to get a degree, or, you know, you want this great job. I mean, whatever it is, man, you just got to invest the time in it, you know? And to me, I spent $600 going through Dean Cole's program. It was worth it. It was worth it. Because you learn so much from the program, man. Like guys be trying to get a whole lot for nothing. And it's just like, yeah, you can Google around and find some of that information, but you don't have a coach to tell you what's right and wrong. And like, once you sign up for the program, you set up an appointment with Dean Cole, and, you know, in about a week or so, couple days, you get a 15-minute appointment with him, man, and he'll sit you down and talk to you like, okay, do this and do that, do this, don't do this and do this. That's priceless, man, to have that kind of wisdom and to be able to call on it. Like, that's worth it. $600, you know. And then you going through this class and he's showing you how to get your credit and build a business, get a website, business credit, all this. I mean, all this stuff, man. Like, that's worth it. $600. Just think about what we blow $600 on. We blow $600. I mean, you can just think about all the dumb stuff we spend $600 on. And we don't want to spend money to invest in our education, because that's what it is. You paying for education. We spend all this money going to college. We spend all this money going to a 4-year university that don't help us at all. People coming out of school with all this debt to get a job that makes $50,000 a year. That don't make sense. You got $100,000 in student loan debt, but you got this job for $50,000. That don't make sense. It don't make sense. Come on. It don't make sense. It doesn't. You can't, unless you become, if you go into school to be an attorney, a doctor, a biologist, a physicist, or something like that, a highly paid person making $100,000 to $300,000 a year, $500,000 a year, $1 million a year, that makes sense. But you can take that money and invest it into a truck You can take that money and buy a small apartment complex. You know, take $100,000 and buy an apartment complex and have money for the rest of your life. I mean, really. So, but that's not what they're teaching in school. You know, that's not what they're teaching. So they teach you all this dumb stuff that you would never, ever use in your life. The only basic things you need in life is to read, write, and know how to add and subtract. All that other stuff, you don't need it. They teaching you all this stupid stuff that you ain't gonna never. Calculus. You ain't building no spaceship. You ain't building bridges. You getting a 4-year bachelor's degree to go be a manager at Walmart. Really? Why do you need to take calculus for? Why? Don't make sense. You the damn program analyst at a job somewhere, you know, for a company somewhere. You go to meetings, you sit in meetings, right? You go to meetings and you type some emails on your computer, and you go to lunch, you go to a couple more meetings, answer some emails, answer some phone calls, and then you go home. You did all that education with all this money in debt to get this job that makes $50,000, $60,000 a year. That don't make sense. It don't make sense. It's a joke, you know? So I got off track, y'all. I got off track. He gave you $2 though. Yeah, I seen the money, man. So what? You know, like, I don't do this for no money, man. Like, if somebody decide to give me a couple dollars, hey, I appreciate it. You know? Who you calling a girl, bro, man? You want to talk to me in my face? I'm in Ashland, exit 8. Man, Trevon, man, don't fall into that trap, man. Cause you talking to some sick person in California somewhere. That, you know, don't waste your time. You got somebody that's sick and they narcissistic and they trying to get attention, and you know, you just got somebody who's just crazy, man. Don't, you know, because the truth be told, if you was standing in the line at a truck stop getting fuel somewhere, or standing in line to pay for your fuel, or if you was in the subway at the Pilot, you probably walk right by him, and if you was to check him, he won't even say nothing. He'd act like a bitch, stand there and act like a bitch. You know what I mean? You got a lot of people. You don't know who you talking to on these you just don't know who you talking to, man. You got sick people on here. They ain't gonna do nothing. They just sitting up here running them out, you know. I'll pull my crowbar out of my side box and bust you upside the head. I mean, really, you know, folk just be talking junk. Trevon, you and GA dudes weak little sis. I'm just reading a little mop against the side of your truck. Landstar's rip out 65% is low in my opinion. Nah, Trevon, man, like, Landstar is okay, but you gotta understand where they get their freight from. You know, Landstar gets their freight directly from the shipper. So the 65% equals out to, like, you know, spot market rates. You know, it equals out the same amount of money. So what the rates that Landstar gets, you know, a Landstar contractor, they get 65% of $4 a mile. So if a load is paying $4 a mile, they get 65% of that. So, and then 65%, you know, of $3.50 a mile, $4 a mile, pretty much equals about the same amount of money, $2.50 a mile. You know, it's the same thing. I mean, these brokers got it all figured out. They got it all figured out, you know. That's why the rates are what they are, you know. You know. I'm not a VA dude, bro. Trouble. I'm late. Who that? Big face. What's going on? Javon, get away, gay boy. You I think what it is, I've been on here too long. This video been running an hour, almost an hour and 30 minutes. Once you start running too long, the trolls start coming in. I don't know what it is. Trolls just come on in. I think once my videos start running about an hour, trolls start coming in, man. Thanks, man, for all your videos. Have you push forward? Okay. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Mr. Light. Jill Snyder's going to rip a new asshole in you with those high-priced trucks. Let me see. I'm reading Brumman's comments. I'll buy Trevon Mama to clean my house in the nude with that 600 to pay child support. His daddy ain't paid in a year yet. Oh man, you a trip. Just saying, I see how many YouTubers over inflating the truck industry played with obesity. Yeah, trucking industry, yeah, it's a beast, man. You got to take care of yourself, you know. Get out and walk around and exercise, because... Oh, here go Tommy Guns. What's going on? 4-4 lying again. I know, I'm always lying. All these lies. Lies, lies, lies. Yeah, that's what he is, an internet gangster. He a troll, so shut up and listen to 4-4. How long are your payment terms get that title from being in the end? I don't know if you're talking about the truck. I got about 10, 11 more months. 4-4 line again as usual. Yeah, man, what's going on? Big dog. I kick Milkman ass all the time. Y'all trip. 4-4 won't do shit. Keep sharing the knowledge. The truck lifestyle and culture sucks. Good money, but the cons outweigh the pros, my opinion. Yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta stand for something in life, man. You gotta stand for something, you know. Like the little rant I did a while ago about being a pussy and stuff like that. I mean, you gotta stand for something in life, man. You know. You gotta stand for something. It's just like it's just like, you're going through your life, and it's just, you got to have principles and standards. You know what I mean? It's just, you got to stand for something. When you die and judgment day comes, and you standing at the gates, right? And God talks to you and asks you some questions, and like, okay, on the spiritual level, it's like, okay, what do you stand for? Like, like I refuse to be considered just a damn truck driver. I just refuse. I just refuse to do that. I just, so when you standing up there and like God asks you, okay, what have you done? What have you, what do you stand for? And I want to be able to have something to say. I want to just be able to have something to say. Like I want to be able to say, hey, I had a trucking business, man, and I had some rental properties, and I was a good father and was a good husband, and this and that and this, blah blah blah. I don't want to go through life just like, well, I wish I coulda, shoulda. No, man, like that. 4-4 not going to take an ass whooping. You better grab something. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. What part of the world are you at, 4-4? I'm up here in North Carolina, man. So, is your plan is to lease a new or older truck when this was done? Or are you going to keep running this for a while yet? I'm going to try to keep this truck as long as I can keep it, man. Let me see what y'all talking about. Internet gangster. Be safe, brother. Stay. Can I troll you? Y'all a trip. Y'all ain't really talking about nothing in here. It's just a bunch of BS. If it was anything I could have done, I would have got a truck sooner. I would have went company for a little while, and maybe about 2 years in, I would have invested, some money and time, getting my own truck. That's what I would have did. Javon say, hey, do you think Woody is moving too fast about the way of getting trucks? No, I don't think so. I don't think you can move too fast. Like, you move as fast as your resources allow you to move. So, if you go down there and they can approve you to get a truck and you got the money to put down for a truck, hey, go move with it. Because, like, when I went down there to get approved for a trailer, I could have backed out of it. I could have said, no, I don't want it. But then where that would have put me, I wouldn't have had no trailer. I mean, yeah, I could have went somewhere else and got a trailer, but then, it's like you move as fast as God lets you to move. I mean, to me that speaks volumes. When God speaks to you, you just gotta move with, just move how God tell you to move. Hope all is well with you, bruh. This guy here talking about he a real. I'm trying not to say that word. I mean, bruh, man, I think you just on here fooling around, Okay, I'm gonna have to get off here. It's just too many trolls in here. I'm trying to get to the end and make sure I answered all these questions. Real questions anyway. The brokers keep trying to give me cheap ass freight. Don't take it. Don't be pissed off. You a carrier now. You can still be high-paid mega carrier journey. All right, y'all. I'm about to get off of here. All these trolls in here. It's a bunch of BS in here. A lot of BS in here. Got about 5 trolls in here. 4 or 5 trolls. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. Thought I'd make a quick video for y'all. This video ain't quick at all. It's an hour and 30 minutes. I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.